But it felt powerful.
It felt powerful.
Power poses. Okay. Oh. I need another power pose. What's another power pose?
This, like right here, like flexing. That's a power pose. I need to stretch. Oh, man.
What's another one?
Let's just get all the power poses out of the way.
Like, this is a power pose.
Like upright. Did you just dab?
Mm-hmm. That gotta be a power pose.
That's a power pose.
All right. Everybody good? Camera good, camera good, camera good.
All right, we good. Cameras.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hey man, say man, welcome to another episode of Open Gym, the podcast. It is the real Puff Daddy, the magnificent Mickey Mouse, Uncle Leon, talking right now to the left of me, as always. My guy B-Nag to the right. It's my guy Nice. How we doing? How we doing, y'all?
I'm good, man.
Y'all good?
I am great. It's been a great week.
It's been a great week. Y'all ready to pod? How y'all feeling like about just what? How y'all feeling going into this pod opposed to how y'all felt going into last week's pod?
I was tired last week.
Yeah.
This week I feel rejuvenated. I feel fresh.
It feel like it's been 2 weeks since we did a pod.
Yeah.
For me. Yeah, it felt like that.
Yeah.
Last week, it felt like 2 days before we did the last pod.
Yeah. I do feel like I had some time from y'all. Like, I ain't want to see y'all after, 2 weeks ago?
At all.
Yeah. So, yeah, it do feel like some time that we done got away. And then some stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened. So, we able to kind of come back with some new juice, some feel rejuvenated. We done did our power poses, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all power poses.
Everybody get their power pose
y'all
done.
do y'all power poses, you know. It's important. Before you listen, after you listen, whatever, while you listening, let's get it all in, man. But I feel like we can just jump right into it, man. It's so much stuff. Ain't no need to like cut corners, man. It's a lot of things going on, and I really feel like something's happening in this world right now. The biggest news for real, just hitting the streets today, hot off the presses, is the NBA teams boycotting.
Well, not today. When they hear it.
When they hear it, you yeah. Okay, y'all get it. Earlier this week, if you're listening, obviously, NBA teams boycotting the playoff games. Man, that was huge. At first, it came out that the Bucks was were gonna boycott their game against the Magic, Game 5, and then the Magic, said that they weren't gonna accept the forfeit, so they boycotted their game. So that was the first one, and then after that, it was just a domino effect. All the games on Wednesday were boycotted, and that just kind of snowballed. And before I get into, all the boycotting, they're boycotting because of the Jacob Blake shooting in Kenosha. Am I saying that right? Kenosha, Wisconsin. And they're boycotting because it was another senseless act of violence from the police against another unarmed black man. I mean, it's just been happening. We've been hearing this, I feel like forever now. And just another one, I feel like it was already in limbo in terms of the NBA coming back and players not knowing what they were going to do. And this one, I feel like kind of just tipped the scale over where players and teams were just like, we not doing this, anymore. And especially after all the civil unrest, it was just kind of like, all right, now we really got to take a stand. So players took a stand together, and that's something that I love to see, man. When I saw that, like, my first reaction was like, yes, like I love when people take a stand and it's hitting the bottom line, you know what I'm saying? Because sports, all of that entertainment is for the money. People are making money off of this, but they're like, I don't care. This is obviously going to affect their paychecks. It's going to affect the NBA's revenue, TV's revenue, but it's like, they don't care, and that's what I love about it. It's not about the money at this point. It's been going around a lot. People have been saying it's bigger than basketball. And it really is bigger than basketball at this point. So I love it. And they're boycotting these games. And, you know, we don't know what's the next step going forward. But the fact that they took this time to, you know, take a stand and say, hey, we're not going to be for this anymore. There needs to be change. We want to see change, and we want justice for the cops who shot Jacob Blake. Luckily, he's still alive. I mean, that's a huge kind of step forward in the message that they're sending. So I love it, me personally.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, I feel you. I agree with you. I loved it. I agree with them boycotting. Mm-hmm. I agree with them doing whatever they felt like they needed to do. And the thing that kind of stuck out to me the most was when the Bucks made their statement as a team, and they basically said, we're going to take this time off to do more research and come together as a collective, like all the players, not just on the Bucks, but on the other teams too, and kind of figure out what we want, what our message is going to be moving forward. And I think that's the most important thing out of all of this is they have to figure out, if they have demands, it has to be something that they come together as a collective. Like, if this doesn't happen, we're not playing again. Or if we want this to happen, that's the end goal of us not playing, not just not playing for not playing's sake. But at the end of the day, we want this kind of action to take place. We want this kind of legislation to take place. We want these people to go to jail. And even after that, we want a change, a legitimate, concrete, tangible change to happen when it comes to racial injustice, where we can see ourselves playing again, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's not about just getting one cop or a certain set of cops arrested. It's about changing it where this thing is going to happen again. We all know, but changing it where it doesn't happen as often, or when it happens, the people that are, you know, the people that murdered an unarmed citizen go to jail or get some kind of consequence behind the crime that they committed. So I think that was the thing that stuck out to me the most, just seeing. I'm kind of excited. I'm anxious, excited. I don't know how to feel about seeing what the next steps are, but this was a great start, and I hope the next step is a tangible step to seeing some kind of change when it comes to racial injustice.
Yeah, what you think about Nice?
I'm with y'all. I feel everything y'all saying, and I stand behind it. You know, it's definitely bringing a lot of awareness to people or in places that probably wasn't thinking about the systematic racism Black people face, and also the hardships we go through on a daily basis. So it's definitely eye-opening to a lot of those communities and people and markets that don't normally have to deal with that. You know, I feel like since they've been in the bubble, they try their best to shed light on the things that's been going on. So this is one more step in the right direction. Like Blamo said, it definitely needs to be some changes made before they can come back. What those changes look like or are, I couldn't really tell you. I know I have some in mind. We don't have to get in to any of that, you know what I'm saying, what I would like to see. But of course, like, you know, that's me personally. And this is more, like y'all was saying before, state level stuff like that can really affect change at this point. But as far as the whole Jacob Blake, are we jumping into that?
I mean, yeah, we can talk about it definitely if you want.
Yeah,
give
man.
a backstory.
I mean, I'm not gonna get a backstory. 'Cause I think you kind of touched on it before, but we all know at this point. If you listening, I'm sure you've heard of the story of what's going on, the unrest that's going on, and it's just I like what Doc Rivers said. Like it touched me, but he pretty much was saying, like, you know, why don't America love us? Like we do so much for this country, and we go hard for it. Like his dad was a police officer. You know, we have family members that have been in the military and law enforcement, stuff like that. So it just shows, like, you know, I hate when people say, like, oh, go back to Africa if you're not happy. It's like, nigga, this is our home.
Yeah, like we don't,
you know?
I can't go back. Telling me to go back home to Africa. I wasn't born in Africa.
Right.
Like, I don't know anything about Africa, but, you know, what I've been taught or what, you know, has been told to me. So Africa isn't my home. I was born here.
Right,
Like
it is.
America is my home. If you know what I'm saying. So going back home with me, with literally me just going back to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Like
My ancestors like built this bitch over generations. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no going home. This is home.
Yeah, this is home.
It's just like what more do we have to do? And it's like, as a black man, like I'm tired of having this discussion. Like, since we started this podcast, how many discussions have we had like this? Like, just since this pandemic,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? How many discussions have we had like this? And it's just like, we're going in circles, you know? So it's like, at what point do we finally get heard, or is change finally going to happen? And that's why, you know, with the basketball players, it's like, you know, even if it's some little change, it's something, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm outraged, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in this present moment, I'm not angry. I'm not sad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know what to feel. I'm not numb either. Like, I know I felt that way about Breonna Taylor. Like, but now it's like, I feel this just as much as I felt her shit too. You know what I'm saying? I feel all of it, but it's like, I don't want to say numb, because then it's like I'm kind of tone deaf to it. Like, and I'll never get to the point where I see a black person killed on social media or on my phone screen and feel like I can't put myself in those same shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just, my heart is heavy right now. Like, condolences to his family. I mean, well, he's not dead, but just to think, like 2 days. Well, it happened over the weekend.
Yeah,
so
on Sunday.
You know, days before that, it's like he's not thinking like, I'm never gonna be able to walk again.
Yeah.
Like, that's how quick things happen. It's like he's de-escalating something, and then he's shot in front of his kids, and it's like, like, how do you expect anybody with some kind of decency to just carry on, you know, or just go on with their day and everything be fine? Like, how do you think these NBA players supposed to just be okay with that when they have children?
Yep.
You know, they have family that's not rich and not in the public eye. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it could happen to any one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Any one of us. And to think different is foolish. It's like ignorant to think that, oh, this can't happen to me because this, or oh, this can't happen to me because of that. Because we've seen multiple instances where you're not even doing anything. You know what I'm saying? It can be an instance where somebody isn't doing anything at all and they get shot and killed. It can be an instance where they're not compliant and they get shot and killed. But somebody had a great tweet that I want to read. I retweeted it. Brooke Rogers, and like, this is basically how I feel about it. And it took me a while to really watch the video of Jacob Blake being shot, because it was, you know how it goes viral, everyone's talking about it, and I was like, I don't want to see another black person unarmed being shot by the police. Like, I didn't want to see. I avoided it forever, but it came up so many times, and I know we were going to talk about it. I knew we were going to talk about it, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch it just to kind of get an idea of what it was. And once again, it was just kind of sickening. But this tweet from Brooke Rogers, just kind of, she said, I won't retweet the video of the man in Kenosha being shot 7 times by police, but I wanted to say, non-compliance with police orders does not warrant a death sentence. The fact that there are people who think otherwise is proof that our concept of policing is diseased. And that is literally like the perfect tweet, because just because somebody doesn't comply, you see people all the time. If he would have listened to police officers, he would, none of this would have happened. That's a lie. People have listened to police officers and still been shot and killed. But even if I haven't complied, even if I'm not doing anything that you're saying, if I'm not threatening your life, I do not deserve to be killed. If I'm not complying, do what you were supposed to be trained to do and detain me. Find out a way to detain me.
I'm with you. My thing is just like, in this situation, if the story comes out to what it's saying, he broke up a fight between two women, whether they black or white. I heard it was white, but no matter what, why is he even being confronted by the police? Like, why does that man being there warrant you having to detain him in any kind of way? If he's not the cause of any problems, he was just breaking it up until y'all got there. Then y'all got here. It's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna take my kids and we gonna be out. Why are you following him? Why was he on the ground in the first instance? He was on the ground at one point. He got up. It's not like he put up a fight. He just got up, basically. Y'all let him get up. if you didn't want him to get up, you could have did anything else. But you were so busy having your hands on your gun, and he walking away from you. And like you said, other people saying like if he would have complied, I seen people saying like, oh yeah, he was getting in his car. Like, how do they know he wasn't reaching for something? It's like, bro, like his kids are in the car. What is he gonna do? He just trying to make it home, just like those cops were. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's cowardly to think that every time you see a black man, you have to be on go mode.
Yeah, on edge.
Yeah,
On, like
it's a
hand on
threat.
gun, ready to do whatever you have to do, because that's, like you said, it's not the case. Like, just because I'm black and might be bigger than you or whatever doesn't mean that you have to.
Wasn't even bigger.
I'm not even saying. I'm saying,
just,
but maybe.
yeah.
But even if I'm not, like, it's like the black is already like, all right, let me get ready to defend myself. Let me get ready to, maybe I have to use lethal force. But for what? Like, but for what? I don't know the story. No one knows. Well, I'm not gonna say no one, but only a few people knows what really happened, in that instant. But I don't care what happened. If your life is not threatened and you're the police officer, there's no reason you should be shooting someone to kill. They shot him 7 times in the back.
And then it's like, our police cams a complete waste of time, because none of those officers had a police cam on.
And yeah, because the police cam relies on the officer to turn it on and to be honest with it. Why would I be honest with the shit if I know I'm going to do some dirt? Like, of course I'm not going to have my camera on.
Yeah.
So relying on, that's like relying on us to follow the honor code in college.
Not even that. It's like something more, like not even just taking it there. It's more like, I guess, like a seatbelt. Like everybody suggested to wear it. It's the safe thing to do. But if you don't, it's like,
it's on you.
Yeah, it's on you. And if you get caught, then it's repercussions to that.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be considered that. You know what I'm saying? Like at the bare minimum, that's what it should be compared to. But at all times, that's a record of what you did that day.
Yeah.
That should be like not even just recommended.
It
like
should be
mandatory.
If you don't do it, it should be consequences.
Exactly. And it's like, if you don't have it on, it's like, if it wasn't for that neighbor catching that on film, we wouldn't know
they could
anything.
Spun the story any way they wanted to,
and that's why I feel so heavy hearted right now, because it's 1,000 Jacob Blakes in the world that we never know of.
1 million. They tell us one thing.
Some even from my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
It's unsolved cases there that's shit ain't right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna speak on it. And if you from where I'm from, I'm sure you got an idea. But at the end of the day, it's like, dog, like this shit happens to unnamed people all the time. And it's like, we just supposed to sit around here and just go on about our days like we don't see this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or we don't feel this. Like, bro, like, what do we do? Like, what's the next step, honestly?
Yeah. And
for us, not just athletes, for us. Like,
I feel it.
I mean, we can't talk about the Kenosha shooting and Jacob Blake without that 17-year-old idiot Kyle Rittenham. Am I saying his name right? Where is it? Kyle Rittenhouse. It don't matter if I'm saying his name. Well, it matters because you want to make sure his name is known for what he is. But in the protests in Kenosha and surrounding areas last night, they were, what it says, I want to know where it is. My bad, y'all. North Suburban Lake County, up in Wisconsin, they were having protests. It was some riots going on, and a 17-year-old boy by the name of Kyle Rittenhouse came through with a damn, I don't even know what type of gun, an AR-15, whatever, assault rifle. He came through holding it, you know what I'm saying, and ended up shooting protesters, shooting into the crowd, was shooting at people. People attacked him, too, after he was shooting. He killed 2 people and wounded another. So, he literally went into protest.
Is he arrested right now?
So, yeah, he was arrested and charged with murder.
Man, hell no, bro. We wouldn't have let that nigga leave.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
and
people tried.
Have you seen? It's the video out of like.
None of that.
So the craziest part, not even the craziest part, but the thing that pissed me off the most for real was the fact that after he shot 3 people, he was able to get up and just walk straight towards the police as they were coming, like towards the riots and the bodies, who either the dead bodies or the ones who were wounded. Like, you saw the police drive. It's like fucking 7 cars. It's an ambulance, if I remember correctly, and they coming towards him. And this nigga is literally got the shit on the gun around him with his hands up like this, saying they're back there. and the cops aren't stopping him. They aren't saying, and like they're not.
They ain't trying to apprehend him.
No, at all, bro.
Just
He's
walking
walking
past
straight.
him.
He's walking straight towards the cops, and nothing is happening. And then I seen the video. I don't know if it was after he shot the people or before, but they were like giving him water and was like saying, "We like applaud you, appreciate you for like, him being out there." And then the fucking police chief came out today and did a press conference and was like trying to blame the victims, like if they weren't there after curfew, and he was out there trying to resolve.
He's 17.
Trying to resolve any
solution. He was trying to resolve the situation.
And like
what
some
situation?
issues that could have.
It's past his curfew too. What are you saying?
Fam, like this is
bro,
this is real life that we watching, bro. This ain't a Boondocks episode. This ain't like we're literally watching real humans like talk about this and do stuff like this as if it's a game. Like our lives are just and pointless.
And that's where the racist thing comes into play. Because if all of this propaganda wasn't going up with the Democratic versus the Republican side, if left wing versus right wing and all that, a kid like that would not be out there thinking he has to stand up for whatever side he feels like he has to stand up for and end up killing how many people? Killing 2 people and injuring another person. That wouldn't happen if there wasn't all this racial propaganda making you feel like you have to choose a side. There's no side to be chosen in this situation where people are protesting for somebody to come to justice. That's it. That's everybody should be on the same side in this situation. Somebody got killed unjustly, so we want the killers or the killer, how many ever they may be, to come to justice. There should be no right or wrong side of that, or left or right side, or Republican or Democratic side of that. And if you don't have that, if you don't have that split, if you don't have that propaganda, if you don't have that racism going on, then people like that won't feel like they have to protect a certain thing or a certain they wouldn't have to make America great again, or they wouldn't have to do whatever they're doing to be on this side of history, when at the end of the day, we should all want to be on the right side of history, which is if somebody does a crime, commits a crime, bring them to justice. And I know we keep saying it, but it's just crazy to fathom that something even like that can even happen, where you just killed 2 people and injured another person and you walk off scotch-free.
If that was one of us
with the gun in your hand.
If that was one of us walking down the street with an assault rifle around us and
after gunshots had just been heard.
And it's dead bodies.
But they shooting people in the back for walking away from them. So imagine walking towards them with a gun.
With a gun. Even with your hands up. And like we're calling, you know what I'm saying, we ask for justice. We want people to be held accountable. Like this dumbass, like he was charged with 1st-degree intentional homicide. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to say that's a good thing, but like, because at first when this happened, like, well, I ain't gonna say when it happened, but I saw earlier today, after I seen a video, they're like, oh, they're looking for the guy who shot. I'm like, nigga, it's a whole video out there. They got pictures plastered to him, and you talk about you looking for him. You know exactly who it is. So now that he's been arrested and charged, hopefully, again, here we are hoping that things are done right. Hopefully
I want to know how they're gonna charge him though.
Yeah,
because he's 17. Are you gonna charge him as a minor?
Charge that man. Hopefully
as an adult?
He gets.
Because if it was a black person,
Life.
they would hold him. They would hold him in a jail till he turned 18 and charge him as an adult.
He's grown enough to have an assault rifle out in the open, in public. So you have to try him as an adult, in my opinion. But
and even that one dude that was from Taken. Remember that shit? Yeah, I won't say his name, but he was saying that somebody that he knew got sexually abused by a black person, or so they say. And he was in the streets, like, waiting for one black person to, like, look at him wrong or do something crazy. I think that sums up how they would feel if it was the same thing was done to them.
That sums up how they feel about us as a whole.
Yeah, but my thing is, if you felt that strongly because somebody that you loved got attacked by this type of person and you was willing to go in the streets and kill for them, you don't understand how somebody that look like us, we can't go in the streets and protest for their life
or be scared when,
you know what I'm saying, but it's like
over.
Yeah, but it's like when we do it, it's like, oh, they shouldn't have been out there and you should go and, well, you were a good person to go enforce them from with your gun and stuff like that to enforce them not being out there or whatever. Like, bro, like, come on now, like that. So should we in turn turn around every time we see a policeman because we keep seeing this shit over and over? We should like just murder every cop we see, or wait till any cop try to test us and then we shoot them?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like, what? How can you have it both ways? Like,
they want
y'all can do whatever the fuck to us if somebody hurts somebody y'all love, but when somebody hurts someone that we love, we supposed to just sit still and not protest and be at home by the curfew. Like, bro, shut up.
Yeah, bro, this
getting real deep right now.
Yeah, and we've been at this for almost an hour, but I mean, I feel like it's needed. Like, this is a platform, 3 black men talking, and this happening to black men in this country. It's happening to black women too. I'm not trying to exclude anyone, but the fact that we're 3 black men and this just happened to a black man, we're able to kind of talk about it together and kind of get off what's on our mind. I feel like that's a beautiful thing. It is needed because sometimes we don't get to, express ourselves fully, so with this, hopefully that we're able to express it and that it's something that can resonate with people that look like us, that don't look like us, and just kind of just relate to how we feel, what we talking about, and just because this shit is, I don't even have another word but crazy. Like the fact that we continue to deal with this, it's a cycle, and I'm tired of it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm tired of this shit, and I'm tired of it, and I'm also tired of talking about it because it's heavy. And I see us. We look. I feel deflated. Like it's not just.
No, it's like, I don't feel deflated because at this moment because I still have breath. Mm-hmm. I still have life, and y'all do too. Mm-hmm. And the people that I love, by the grace of God, does too. Mm-hmm. And I know it can happen to any one of us, but it's like at the same time we gotta definitely be grateful at all times for just the life that we have. Yeah, and we have to touch people in any way possible that we can because we don't know how long we have on this earth. Mm-hmm. So
if ain't nobody told you today, I love you. Whoever it is out there, I love you. Definitely. So
for real, love it.
Definitely.
Live with purpose, man. Live with a purpose.
Definitely live with a purpose. Definitely live with a purpose. And we kind of been keeping, like, we're already heavy. Mm-hmm. So I think we should keep it heavy
for a little bit.
I think we should keep it heavy for a little bit and then go ahead and lighten it up. But if we're talking about, bringing people to justice and all of that and everything that comes with that, we have to cover the Meg situation and all the nuances of that and how that whole situation played out and it is playing out. And, with the news that she came out with earlier,
literally the day after we recorded
the last video. So last Thursday she came out with a video. Meg Thee Stallion came out with a video, just frustrated, and you could tell she was frustrated with all the backlash she was getting, all of the comments everybody wants to post on everything that she posts, basically accusing her of lying or not really going through the situation she went through.
Tell her the backstory of
backstory is
just for people who don't know.
Yeah, so just for people who don't know, backstory is Meg Thee Stallion. It came out that Tory Lanez was arrested and they were together. Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez were together, and she had 2 gunshot wounds in the foot. So it never came out who did or who shot her at all, but of course, it was speculated that since they were together and Tory was arrested, that he was the one who shot her.
And the gun was
and the gun wounds, and she came out with a picture of the gun wounds and everything like that to her foot, and people were still saying, well, you're faking it, blah blah blah, whatever she's doing. Like, why are you so happy if you just went through this traumatic experience? And they wanted her to be this like sad puppy, and they wanted her to not go on about her life. And she kind of got frustrated and fed up with it and came out with a video saying, well, he shot me, basically. In point blank period, he shot me, and I've been trying to save him. I've been trying to, I've been trying to keep him safe, even though I was the one who got shot, and not come out and say he shot me, and not come out and with the police about anything like that. And I get it. Like when you're a public figure like that and everyone keeps coming at you, even though you're trying to move on from the situation, nobody wants to see you move on from the situation. So they keep commenting about it, keep asking you about it. So you're going to be frustrated. And she finally came out and said it. And now after she said it, is more backlash about her snitching when she was trying to be quiet in the first place.
People are stupid.
I don't think it's backlash. I just think it's highlighted because it is that small few. Just like most celebrities, you would go to their page and see 1,000 like I love you, I love you, I love you. But as soon as it's one like, oh, you're lame, they're gonna respond back to the negative. So I think that's what it is in this situation. There's way more people that's in support of Meg than not. It's just those stupid people on Twitter or stupid people on social media who have an opinion, who don't have nothing to they names, honestly, that has nothing to do but sit around and worry about a celebrity's life. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of forget to put themselves in their shoes. Like, we're all humans. You know, we all bleed and go through emotions the same way. So to think that someone, because you're behind a phone screen, like you can say whatever out of your mouth to someone that's going through such a traumatic experience as she did, it kind of shows like where we are in the world as far as like humanity. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, me personally, I'm not gonna sit there and say like I knew it was Tory, but I came out and said when it first happened, like I got a strong feeling it was Tory. And now that it's come out that it's him, you know, I'm not surprised. Because like I said, I had my theories about it before. I just think going forward, you know what I'm saying, we just gotta figure out ways to better protect Black women. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I would just say is just like, bro, like we shouldn't, what's the word I'm looking for? We shouldn't, I guess I can't find the correct terms for it, but we shouldn't call somebody a snitch for telling what really happened.
Not snitching, and what you were kind of saying, like I do feel like it's more people who people with a fucking common sense, you know what I'm saying, I feel like are with Meg, and you know, I guess like not calling her a snitch or nothing, but I do understand addressing the people who's saying she's a snitch or not believing her, because it plays into the whole thing of not believing Black women when they come to us with something that happened to them. So it's like you have to kind of get into that a little bit, unpack it, and that's something that, you know, we were going to talk about, because, and you mentioned it, like how to protect Black women, like her saying, look, I was shot. It wasn't no glass. It was nothing. I was shot, and holding it down at first. And then people like, but why you still moving around? You got shot, blah, blah, blah. And then now she's coming out saying like, it was Tory Lanez who shot me. And people still like, oh, but you snitching now and blah, blah, blah. You lying. It's like, that's making her feel like, damn, like I'm literally telling y'all the truth of what happened, and I can't even do that because y'all not gonna believe me. So it's another time a Black woman comes to us with something and we're not believing her. Not us, obviously, because I feel like all of us believe her and you know, just believe her story and what she's saying.
What
but
does she got to lie about?
Exactly, we feel that way.
You know,
and I feel like what
I would
does she
ask
have to lie
anyone
about?
that thinks she's snitching / lying, like, them the same people that's playing 6ix9ine right now, and I didn't even want to say his name.
Yeah,
but those are the same
How
people.
can you call
like,
somebody a snitch
for something that happened to them?
To them, it ain't like they was doing dirt together and she got caught and snitched on him. Like, it literally, that nigga shot me, and I held it down. And that's another thing. Black women feeling like they gotta hold it down. But like, she got shot by somebody, and her first instinct was to let me not tell the police that he did.
Let Tory had got shot by her, he would have been the first thing he would have made a song.
Come on,
singing about it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm shot. Stop. Megan shot me. You know that's what he gonna do. Fucking you know,
I'm not laughing, y'all.
I'm just saying, like, we know Tory is not about to hold that shit down.
Yeah,
like,
no, like she held
women, for real, women is the toughest rider on your team, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they the most loyal person on your team a lot of times, and it's like,
and
yo,
she
like,
won't even know his team and still held him down, bro.
Still held him down.
just because she fucked with him that much at one point, it's like, yo, I'm not even gonna fuck you because you having a
You
career.
got a career, and he was, as you keep saying, bro. He was literally like about to take off, bro. He was already taking off, but quarantine. What he did during quarantine was literally setting him up for pretty sure the career that he wanted, the status that he wanted.
This was it.
This was
all the way.
This might have been the quickest rise and fall.
Definitely.
Like from stardom.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't one day where I didn't hear anything from Tory. It wasn't, whether it be quarantine radio or him calling out somebody who said something stupid about, all the racial tension going on. Like he was on the right side. He was on top of everything. Like he was saying and doing everything right. And then boom. It's just like he couldn't get out his own way. And I don't know the situation, what led to, him shooting her. But it's just crazy how it went from that to now. We haven't heard from Tory
I don't want to
at all. I don't. Yeah.
But
there's nothing he can say.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's no justification in my mind that for him to shoot her, especially if it happened how she said.
Yeah, she's out of the car.
Yeah,
she's
away.
turned. Her back is turned towards the other side. Well, not you. You know what I'm saying? Away from the car.
Fuck out of here, man.
And you're aiming a gun out of the car at Meg Thee Stallion.
Not even a woman, bro.
A woman, anyone.
Like, of course, a human, but
definitely
like
a woman. Like,
a
come
man
on.
shooting a woman.
Yeah, and
Like,
that's the whole.
Come on, bro.
Like, I just want to know, like, what the security guard had to do with it, because I feel like they were saying that's his gun. The gun registered to the security.
Yeah, that's security.
Yeah.
Torsion. If I'm security and I'm around you, you should never have a gun, bro. You should never.
But I think that was security's gun. So my thing is, like, did security give Tory the gun?
I don't know.
I was
We
gonna
don't
say
know
that whole
nothing,
story.
bro.
I'm not even.
And that's the thing. Like it's like I want to know what happened, but it's like even if I find out what happened, I'm still gonna be like. There's no reason you should have shot him.
Like, there's no justification.
There's no
for it.
justification.
It's
So
like what we were just talking about with the cops. There's no justification for shooting somebody
Right.
that doesn't have a weapon or your life isn't threatened. There's no
She
justification.
don't want to go home with you. Let her go. She don't want to listen. Let her go.
Yeah.
Like,
shooting her.
I understand you get in an argument with your significant other. I understand that. But when it gets to, like, it's about to get violent and I got a gun on me and I feel like I need to pull this gun out.
Come on, man.
Like, what?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
are we
my
doing?
girl. Like, come on now. Like,
Like, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah.
That's and of course, I mean, this is a question. We in this time. So, is Tory canceled? Like, just plain and simple. Is he canceled?
yes.
No.
hesitation.
I'm saying personally, for
Yes.
me, of course he's canceled. Like, he's been canceled since I found out about the news. Not even before she confirmed everything like that.
It was like you was on the fence. Yeah, like, I don't know.
Like, no, but definitely after she confirmed it, yes, he's canceled. But the reason I paused is I wasn't answering it for me. I'm answering it more so for just the stuff that I've seen out there. As far as black women, I feel like he's canceled. I've seen nothing but support for Meg Thee Stallion in this situation when it comes to black women.
Don't play about Meg,
But
they don't play about black women.
I've seen other things where I'm just like, are people really saying this stuff? Like, oh, Tory, don't worry, bro. I would shoot these hoes too. Like, just like quoting some stuff that I've seen on social media, and I'm just like, I can't fathom that. I can't fathom thinking like that.
A lot of times they want to get a joke off. I really think that's all it is. It's like everybody's
it's real. Believe it,
I'm about to say,
Go
I
viral.
think it's people who believe it. And the thing is, even though the Chris Brown situation wasn't on this level at all, it wasn't even close to this level. Like, people were talking about canceling him at first, and when people put out good music, a lot of people are going to listen to it. And I feel like, unfortunately, that's the same thing with Tory that's going to happen. People love cancel culture, but it's only for a period of time. Yeah. And that's the thing that sucks about cancel culture, because it's not really cancel culture. It's not. Nobody ever really gets canceled. We thought, dude that you mentioned earlier, 6ix9ine, we thought he got canceled. And then he came out and had how many hits on the first video he put out?
He's still canceled though. Like, trust me, like, where it really matters, he ain't getting that. He not getting to play. My thing is, I feel like what's going on with Tory is a lot of people are starting to take him off their albums because a lot of them had him as features.
Yeah,
So
definitely,
he is definitely getting canceled from the industry. Now, if Apple or Spotify or whoever start taking his music off of their platforms, then it's definitely over.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't plan on playing Tory no more. Now to everyone else out there, y'all do what y'all do. Like they ain't got nothing to do with me anyway. But if you want to hold, you know what I'm saying, like the police accountable, you know what I'm saying, for doing one thing, you gotta hold Tory accountable. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
Because he make a hot song.
A hot song, for real.
Yeah, and last question on this, we can wrap this one up. Just what can we do as black men to protect black women and kind of, push them forward in terms of, just supporting them? What can we do better as black men to help and protect black women moving forward? Do we have any answers to that?
I know one thing for me, it's just about creating a certain type of environment where black women don't even feel like they have to be protected. Like you come into that environment and you feel safe. Like you don't feel like nobody's going to say anything off the wall or disrespectful. You don't feel like there's going to be a situation where someone does say something disrespectful and another man doesn't step up and combat what that person said or put that person in their place. So it's all about creating that environment, because at the end of the day, there's nowhere that I go where I feel like, man, am I protected in this situation? So I want black women to feel the same thing when they come around me in the group, whatever group I'm with at the time. I don't want them to feel like they have to be protected in that certain group. And if something does pop off the wall towards black women, I want to be the type of person who just doesn't like laugh it off or not say anything about it or not address it at all. I want to be the type of person where I'm going to say, hey, that's not cool. We don't condone that around here. That's not going to be accepted in this environment. And that's the first thing. Of course, there's a lot of things when it comes to like being in a relationship with a black woman or being friends. There's different levels to, how black women feel protected. But I think that's the basis of it, not creating an environment where they don't even feel like they have to be protected. They don't think twice about coming into your environment because that's a given. Yeah.
That's a good point. I feel like that is something I wish, what I'm saying, like it was in terms of we're three men. So, we can say what we think, but it would be great to have like a panel of black women, just kind of saying what they feel like, they feel like needs to happen. But I definitely agree with that, just in terms of creating that environment. Because like you said, if we go somewhere, for the most part, depending on where you at, like you don't feel like you need to be protected. And to think about a woman going into an environment, wherever it may be, and she's thinking like, am I protected in this situation? Like if something was to go down, do I feel protected? And a lot of them, their answer would be no. And it's like, that's crazy, the fact that they feel like, they can be around black men and not feel like they have that comfort, or they're not, settled in to where they can take that like kind of just deep breath and just relax and like, okay, tonight's gonna be a good night or whatever. That's why I always feel like, I don't think it was ever like something in my head to where I was like, okay, they have to feel like this. But I feel like every time we ever like did anything like a kickback or had people over or whatever, like I always wanted to create an environment where people feel safe, to where it's like ain't no weirdo shit, going on, to where you gonna feel like you have to, feel protected, or you wanna, you might feel like your safety is in jeopardy, or somebody trying to assault you sexually or whatever that the case may be. So I think that is a big kind of step in the right direction, is providing environments or having environments or being that presence to where women feel like they are protected. So that's a really good point. I don't know if I have something like myself. I just really agree with that one. Yeah. That's a really good one.
Yeah, no, that is a good one. But what was I about to say? Yeah, I feel like one thing that we can do to better protect women, with black women, is like, especially like, I guess men that's single, stop looking at black women as just like sexual objects. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually get to know them. You know what I'm saying? You might genuinely have a friendship with someone without it being sexual, but you would never know if all you thinking about is sexual. So I guess that kind of ties into you, like what you were saying, having a comfortable environment. But it's I feel like if we stop looking at black women as sexual beings and they here to satisfy us and our sexual needs, then that's one simple way that we can protect them even more, because now they don't have to be at risk. Like, okay, this guy's here predatorish or being a predator, and I don't have to feel like unsure that if I tell him no, that something could arise from that. Like, I could get raped, or I could be called out of my name, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like what it come down to is like, we just gotta treat them like we would want to be treated. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like
it shouldn't be, oh, I got a sister, oh, I got a mom, oh, I got a girl. Oh, like, she's a human being. Like, you don't have to try to, you know what I'm saying, connect the dots to where, okay, it needs to be, she's a woman, I have a mom, I wouldn't want someone treating my mom that way, so I'm going to treat her that way. Like, I'm going to treat her better. Like, no, it should be the fact that she's a human being. Like, women aren't here for our disposal to be like, okay, I like you, so you should like me back and give me the time of day. Like, if a woman tell you no, it's no. If she don't want to talk to you, it's no. If she got an imaginary boyfriend, let her have her imaginary boyfriend. Like, they're not here for us, bro. They're not here to just be, okay, so what you want to do, let's do it. Like, it ain't about that, bro. They're here because they want to be here. They deserve to be here. They're valued. They're loved. And whatever they have to say, whatever they're offering, you know, to the table is valuable, and it means something. You know what I'm saying? They're not, like you said, they're not sexual objects. We shouldn't look at them like that. It's, you know, so. And
even though that conversation might be awkward, I think another way that we can protect them is just like, if things are about to get intimate, just confirm it. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to confirm it multiple times, but confirm that she's okay with what's about to go down.
Consent.
Yeah, exactly. Get the consent. And it's like, it's awkward, but it's like, yo, once you have that conversation, everything else is gonna seem so much more relaxed and come natural, because it's like, it's no guess. You took the guesswork out of it. Yeah. Now you know what she wants to do, and you know how to move accordingly. If you don't want that, and you feel like, I can't control my urges, then you can tell her politely to leave. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy to me, if you can't even sit in the house with somebody. Sit around. You know what I'm saying? Without you having your urges met. But if that's the type of person you are, then all right, like just politely tell her to go. Like, it shouldn't get to that point where it's like, nah, bro, I took this girl out for dinner and she didn't give me no sex or nothing like that. No, forget. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, she don't owe you anything. You know what I'm saying? So
expectations.
That's definitely one way that we can protect them better, because I feel like that's where a lot of sticky situations come from.
And at the end of the day, man, I think, and we may have like a different moral compass than anybody else, or like other dudes, like you talking about nasty dudes or whatever like that. But I feel like, you know, when a woman is uncomfortable in the situation, or at least I've been able to kind of like gauge when I can kind of tell, well, it's late at night and me and my group of friends are approaching this girl and her group of friends. They might feel uncomfortable about that. Or this woman is walking by herself at the gas station. She might feel uncomfortable about a dude approaching her at the gas station, or approaching her out in public by herself, whatever the situation is. And I think as men, we have to really understand that women aren't there all the time for our consumption. They're not there for us to get at them.
I just want to get some Twizzlers.
That's it.
And some M&Ms.
You gotta
That's
learn
a sick
when to
ass
leave them
combination
alone
from the gas station, but
Twizzlers
that's all I
and
want.
M&Ms.
Like, I just want that. I just want to get this, go home. Like,
they don't want to be catcalled. They don't want to, you know, they're not there for you to consume them. They're not there to, you know, to get at. That's not the primary function of women. The primary function of women is to be women, to be people on earth. And I think when we can kind of like grasp that kind of thought that there are people just like we're people.
To think that it was a time when they weren't looked at as that.
What?
People.
Bro, that's like,
that was literally the world we lived in, bro. Like women were like
less
service, like humans.
Like it's crazy to me that, and we're talking about voting, and it kind of popped up just because like voting is a popular, like, you know, it's election year. It's crazy to me that men could vote, but not women. So like, what in whoever made the laws minds was like, well, men have the capacity to vote, but women can't because they're like dumber or they're not. What is it?
I guess they felt like they couldn't think logically. They felt like they were more emotional.
And that's the thing. Like,
they don't know. They're not like you said, smart enough to know what's going on in politics. Like,
when women endure so much more than we do and still like go on about life like it's nothing going on. Oh no, they're definitely smarter. But just they have different things going on with them at any time of the month, or just dealing with different stressors or different emotions, and we do the same thing. But the thing is, like, why do we feel like, well, no, they definitely deal with more, don't get me wrong, but my thought is, why do we feel like we're stronger at the end of the day than women?
I just want to say women kill all this shit because they push a whole human out their body and then just up and walking.
They carry a whole human for 9 months.
Like, and then can walk within 24 hours. Like,
you got your mind.
Come on, man. Like, we all came out of a woman.
Bro, if my stomach feels crazy, I'm staying home. I'm like, I can't make it to work today. Like, that's
you that
crazy.
type when you sick, or you pretty, like,
when I'm sick? Nah, I'm a baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I can't make it anywhere. I can't go.
You ain't going.
I'm not going.
I'm gonna complain to my girl. Like,
yes,
babe,
bro.
I feel
terrible. My head hurt.
My head hurt. Your girl's just looking at you like,
okay,
you pathetic.
Just take some Tylenol. But the thing is, they'll still like put up with you.
Yep.
Right?
They love us, man. They don't love us, but they love
Why they
us.
dealing with their own stuff?
We
That's crazy
because they love us, but they don't love us for real.
They don't love us, but they
do. We love y'all black women, man.
Hey, man, y'all are better people than us.
Definitely. We got to do better, black men.
We will do
All
better.
of us, we will do better. Speaking of black women, one of, Verzuz is still going on, and one of the, if I can say, marquee matchups that's coming up, something that's, been causing some buzz, man. Yeah, I feel like this is real, like, beef in the streets, not between them, but between their fans. Like, this is this is something that, has had the TL up in arms. Brandy versus Monica going down, man, next week. I want to say, what is it, 31st?
Yeah, 31st.
Yeah, 31st.
So Brandy versus Monica and Verzuz, and this is gonna be. It's gonna be one of the ones. I think it's gonna be one where, it's not solely on IG Live no more. So I don't know if we can, count the numbers as it's coming in. But like, it's gonna be highly anticipated, and it's gonna have a lot of people watching this one. Who do y'all have? First of all, what y'all think about the battle? Like, are y'all excited to watch it?
I'm surprised that they were even able to like put it together.
For real?
Because I know, like you said, it's not a beef, but it's an underlying beef between them.
Yeah,
it's an underlying kind of like some static in between Brandy and Monica over the years. So the fact that they were even able to, bring them together is just dope in my opinion, and I'm excited to see it. But come on now,
who you got, man?
No, don't say who you got.
Hold on. What about you? What about you? Who you?
I want to say what I think
All
about
right,
it.
what you think about it?
Go ahead. My fault.
Nah, I ain't got too much to say. This should be dope, yo. Like, this should be dope. Like, I feel like this gonna be one of them battles that's gonna have a lot of stories.
Yeah,
that we gonna be like, dang, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I feel like they're a lot closer than we think. You know what I'm saying? And the memes already that they've been doing have been ridiculous. So
Hilarious.
The hype behind it is there. This is definitely a heavyweight matchup.
Definitely.
Both of these women have lots and lots of hits. Do you want to go into who do we think?
Yeah.
I mean,
Who y'all got? Man?
I'm going with Atlanta, bro. Like, I'm going with Atlanta. I'm going with Monica.
Kick down your door and smack your chick.
I'm going
Just
with
to
Monica.
show you Monica not having it.
I'm gonna say, shit. I'm gonna give you my number. Go, y'all go. And I'm gonna get my
Who
number.
you got?
Man,
Well,
you
he
already
going
know
with
who
home
I
team.
got. I'm
Going
going with
home
the
team.
home team. I'm going with Gunica.
That's what y'all call her.
Gunica. That's what we call it, man. Gunica.
Gunica.
Nah, she's real. In and out the studio,
Yeah.
but nah, she's washing Brandy. I'm sorry.
Washing Brandy.
Washing.
See, I think people sleeping on. I think people sleeping on Brandy. Like I personally, again, this is kind of like the whole whatever, but it's different. Like because I was saying, I personally like more Chris Brown songs. Than Usher was talking about that. I personally like more Monica songs than Brandy songs. So I'm going with Monica, but I think people are sleeping on Brandy. I think it's gonna be closer. She ain't washing Brandy, bro.
I will say,
I don't know.
if Brandy come out with that Moesha, if she come out with the Moesha instrumental,
What if Brandy like sing all her shit like live?
she ain't gonna do that.
I'm saying, what if she did?
It don't matter.
I feel like Monica could sing live
Yeah, I was
too.
about to say we
She
don't.
can't sing better than Brandy.
I don't know.
It's not.
I'm not gonna say who can sing better.
Anyway,
I know who
yeah,
got more
but
hits.
Who got more hits?
More hits. More.
I think we sleep. I think people are sleeping on Brandy. I think it's gonna be closer, but I got Monica. Cause
I mean, so what Brandy songs do you think are just going to like put it down with Chris Brown?
I don't know if that's gonna win. Well, I feel like it could, cause I feel like for them, like they either gotta like lead strong and it's gonna tail off, or like start off a little slow and then get all the heavy hitters. If put it down, if they did it to where they started off slow and then hit all the heavy hitters last, I feel like put it down would be like 12-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
'Cause
that's something she could win.
yeah, it was a cool song. I feel like she could win that. But I know I Want to Be Down from Brandy.
What else?
Have You Ever?
Have you ever? That's the one that I feel like that's the haymaker.
That's the
I don't
haymaker.
think that's a haymaker.
What?
That's not a haymaker. Because what if what's the name come back with you, For You I Will?
But I don't
You
feel
can-
like she
but
would
you-
play that.
She gonna have to.
Right
That's
after.
the only-
Unless
that's the only thing.
what if she just give her the round though? You know what I'm saying? Because if Monica give her that round and then play For You I Will another round, what Brandy gonna play? You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying she's beating Monica with For You I Will. With Have You Ever?
She's Brandy is.
I mean,
beating
Monica is beating Brandy
with For You I Will.
with For You I Will.
I don't know, bro. I mean, she got Almost Doesn't Count. I feel like
I don't know. When Have You Ever come on though?
Have you ever loved somebody
That's
so
cool.
much it
But For You I Will, that's
you
different.
cry?
Nah,
Have you?
I got For You I Will. Personally, that's the one.
personal.
Yeah.
I feel like they just got to start off the battle with The Boy Is Mine. I feel like that's
They gotta perform that together.
yeah, that got to be
way.
the first one that they just performing together.
They gotta set
And-
the
gotta
whole
get that out the
stage
way.
up to where they're like.
But come on, like
the videos
Monica
over.
got like So Gone.
Oh,
We
yeah,
kind of
she
went
ain't
this.
winning.
Yeah.
She ain't winning So Gone. You should have known better.
Come on, should have known better. Angel of Mine.
That's what I'm saying. She like I'm
Don't
going
take
back
it personal
Brandy.
too.
Yeah.
Brandy got Almost Doesn't Count. Sitting
got-
up in my room.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, she played Love All Over Me. That is
Oh
my-
yeah,
That's
She
what I'm
played-
saying.
yeah,
Like
nah.
other than that, I don't really know
I'm
what
telling
Brandy
you, bro,
got.
it's not close.
It's not
All
close.
over me.
It's not close.
I don't even know why they did this. Honestly.
Yeah,
Bro, y'all-
like think about it. It's not close.
Y'all got Brandy messed up, bro.
It's not.
It's not close.
It's not.
I
It's
got
not
Brandy
close.
messed up, but I'm choosing Monica. I'm with you. Like
I mean,
telling
you
right
can
now.
choose her, but it's. I'm telling you, it's
right
not
now,
even.
bro. She played Love All Over Me. That's
Knock, knock, knock.
so
Stop
gone.
knocking.
No,
Don't
So
come
Gone is.
knocking
So
on
gone
my
this
door.
year. I hope she played that at number 20, just to like
Brandy got Full Moon.
Just holding it.
just drop the
What's that?
the mic.
Full Moon. You'll remember it if you hear it. It's from '02. You'll definitely remember it if you hear it.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, she got her work cut out for her.
it's gonna be a good battle. It's gonna be a really
Maybe
good
she'll
battle.
surprise us. Maybe she'll play some stuff. I'm just like, oh, that was Brandy.
And look at us right after we talk about
Women and
What black
no,
women, we
definitely.
pitting
You
them
know,
against each
I
other.
mean, they did it, not us. Like, I'm sorry.
True.
Just make sure y'all got y'all Steve Madden shoes
Going through
ready
this.
to
these lists, bro. Monica got the more bigger hits.
Yeah, it's
Even she played Just Right for Me with Lil Wayne. That's my shit too.
bro.
She got the joint with the rah 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 rah. Then bend my knees every time the beat drop.
I forgot all about that song.
If she played that,
Come on, man.
all the ladies in the joint never knew.
Brandy, call.
I rah rah rah. Then bend my knees every time the beat drop.
Why they
Monica
do
got
that?
the new Monica. Dude, Brandy got a new.
That's what I'm
Brandy.
saying.
Ain't no
If
new Brandy.
If Missy Elliott wasn't screaming Brandy's name in front of the track,
Ain't no new Brandy, bro.
she losing, bro.
New Brandy.
That's
We ain't
what I'm
never
saying,
heard
bro.
that before.
You ain't never heard no new
Damn,
Brandy.
Now Keisha, if she was in this, she might have had a chance.
Keisha might have been a better matchup.
For who? Brandy or
No,
Monica?
Monica.
I don't know. I feel
No,
like,
think about, or maybe Fantasia, but definitely one
I think
of them.
Fantasia and Keisha Cole probably be better. They
I
ain't got
think-
enough songs.
No, I think either of them would have been better than Brandy, bro. Just looking at the discography, it's not close with Monica. It's not even.
It's not.
We'll see.
I know why they did it. It's like the boy is mine
Yeah,
thing. Like,
You had to. They had to go against each other. I feel like Monday I'm gonna be tuned in. Like this gonna be.
Yeah, I'ma watch
This
this
gonna be one of the few ones that I watch from start to finish. Like I want to see this.
I'm gonna watch.
I
this.
definitely want to see this because I want to see because I feel like we sleeping on Brandy. But again, like I'm saying, I got Monica winning. I got Monica.
What's y'all numbers for this?
This nigga about to say
17-3?
he about to say what he said for Usher and Chris.
Nah, I got 18 too, dog. Cause she's not getting have you ever.
Disrespectful,
She's
bro.
not getting have you ever, bro.
Hey, look, Monica is to me is my choice to win. She ain't got 18 of them things.
18 to 2.
Get
I'm
outta
gonna
here,
go.
bro.
I'm gonna go 11-9.
11.
Yeah,
I say that. I say
That's too
11
close.
that's how it's gonna be though.
Brother,
Like,
you understand? Like,
You understand
you
what?
think Monica got 18 songs that she gonna beat Brandy with?
Yes.
You are tripping. That's Atlanta bias right there.
No, bro.
That is.
so
Atlanta.
what two she gonna get? Like, if you saying that she,
I
can't
want to
even
be
get-
down.
That's it.
And depending on when Monica played for you, I will. She might get Have You Ever. But those are two.
He is wild.
Name another song
I do.
from Brandy.
I got
Have you ever?
Hold on.
I want to be down. Almost doesn't count. Come on, almost doesn't. Come on, that's a dub. That can be
Ooh,
a
when
dub.
Monica play, don't take it personal.
That's what I said. She got
Just
to take it
one of
personal.
them days. That's how she might start off.
Yeah, dog.
When I'm angry and shy.
I forgot about that song. Yeah, it's not close. 18-2. 18-2. I got 18-2. It might be 19-1 depending on when she played for you. I will. She might stall Brandy out.
Respectful, bro.
She might stall them out. But yeah, 18-2.
You disrespectful. You tripping, bro. You tripping, bro.
It's not going. Well, Brandy might get like between 7 and 9.
7.
Yeah.
That's a lot of songs.
I say 11-9, bro.
9?
11-9 is a good one.
9 songs is a lot.
Bro, 11 songs is a lot.
Bro, you can't think of a 9
You said
song.
19.
I'm not gonna lie though.
We just went through a good 9 songs with Monica.
Okay.
That Monica After the
And that's
Storm
just off the
album.
top.
She could literally play that whole After the Storm album and
Not the whole album.
still get Brandy out of here.
Nah.
Like y'all didn't know about Why Her, but Why Her was a hit.
I think I heard it before.
And that's what I'm saying, man.
Even she had that song Sideline Ho.
Yes, I remember that song.
Please
Yeah.
don't play that, Monica. Please don't. But again, like we won't hit our age when Brandy was like hitting or Monica was like really hitting. So it can be songs that people hear that we probably gonna be like, I don't know what that.
She do got the Cinderella soundtrack.
This nigga disrespectful.
got
Brandy, I ain't choosing you to win, but
Brandy better come in with that mo to the
E to the
hey,
O to the E to the. I'm telling you, she played that in the ending instrumental. That's 2 songs. She got.
so she went it. So that's 3 of them.
Okay, that's 3. I give her 3.
You full of it,
But she gotta play those 2.
You full of it, man. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to
Look at me, Kobe.
get
man.
out of here, man? Kobe, we could have did something, but that would have been forcing it. Brandon and Kobe, didn't they date?
They did. They did something like that.
Something like
but
that.
we ain't
Went to
gonna
prom.
fool. Yeah,
Right, when
Yeah,
he was
something
in
like
one of
that.
the episodes.
Yeah.
But you know, I know we weren't all super Kobe fans, but we all respected Kobe's game.
Nah,
You were.
we were. we were all super at one point. I feel like at one point in all our lives, we were super Kobe
I
fans.
used to hate Kobe back in the day, but I was a Phoenix Suns fan. They was kind of rivals, and he used to always beat them.
But that was before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was 8. That was number 8. Kobe. I hated number 8 Kobe, bro. Like, I could not.
Oh, you talking about then? When Kobe was 8, that's when.
No, bro, I could not stand him, bro. I could not stand number 8 Kobe. But you know, that was when I was younger. As I got older, like the fact I didn't even want to start with hate. That feel icky. But the fact that, like, man, you grow up and you just kind of understand just what he brought to the game and everything. I was like, bro, there's no way I can hate this dude. Like, he literally one of the greatest to ever lace up shoes and hit the basketball court. So I want to say probably around the time he switched to 24 was when I was like, oh no, like, okay, like I can't really hate this dude. Like, he different, and that's about
that's when I started. That's when Bron was, they was having the discussions or whatever. But that's around the time when I was like denying it. But it was like one of them type of jumps where it's like, it's like somebody give you something like, that jump tastes good, don't it? It's like, man, it's all right. No, a whole time like that. I want some more. Like, that's how I was, like, trying to be like trying to hate Kobe because you're a Bron fan, because people going at Bron so hard. It's like, I didn't have a problem with Kobe. It's just like I had to stick up for Bron so much that it became anti-Kobe. Yeah. But after, like, you take that out of it, once the fandom is out of it and you really just looking at basketball, it's like, bruh, how could anyone ever like downplay anything that man did? You know what I'm saying?
One of
like,
the greatest, bro.
I mean, everybody got a Kobe.
We got to go to our resident Kobe fan. This man.
I'm a stan. Like, I'm not a stan of anybody else or any other celebrity or anything else. But, like, when it comes to Kobe, it's like I don't remember ever being a fan of nobody else. Like, Allen Iverson came and Tracy McGrady and all that, Vince Carter during all that time. Kobe was it for me. But ever since I started,
what grade was you in when you had the Kobe jersey on?
Man, I was in 2nd grade. I remember we went to, I don't know what store it was. It probably was like Foot Locker or something. I was like, oh, I want that one, and that one. And I remember my mom giving me all 3 jerseys, and I was in heaven. Like, I didn't want to wear anything else. Kobe was just always Kobe. He was just always like that picture of, like, perfection. I wasn't watching basketball when Mike was in the league. So for me, Kobe was always the best person. He was like this basketball god, basketball greatness, basketball king. So it's just like, I like playing basketball. So in my head, I was like, he's the best person to look at to play basketball. So I want to be just like him. I want to do everything just like him. I was like, oh, he has a good family life. He has this, like everything Kobe did. I was like, oh, he lived in Italy for a little minute. Oh, I love him. He can speak different languages. It was just always Kobe for me. Like, every episode of any TV show he was in, I'm watching it. Any magazine, all of that. So, of course, I feel like regardless if you was a fan or not, his death took a toll on everyone. I
really feel like the world stopped.
I was going to ask, like, since, like, you were such a fan at such a young age, and then to become, you're an adult now, when he passed, does it feel like a part of your childhood died with Kobe to you?
It's weird because I feel like a part of my childhood was sparked again when he died. Because, as an adult, of course you watch, like, NBA games here and there, but you're living your life. Especially with him being out the league, it's like he's not in the game no more, so you don't get to watch him. Every time, he was speaking or his jersey was getting retired or something, of course I watched, and, I was still in awe. He was still Kobe to me, and I still don't have a favorite player in the league ever since he retired. But it's like out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. That's your favorite player, but he's not playing anymore, even though you're watching the game. So you're not really thinking of him. Yeah. You're not living with Kobe every day. So, like, when he died and everyone started putting up Kobe highlights again and everything like that, of course, like, I kind of took it hard. Within myself, I was like, I'm never going to cry over no celebrity dying or anything. But full disclosure, I cried when I found out. I was like, And I really couldn't grasp like why I was crying.
Like
I was
talking
like,
about this got me low key wanting to cry a little bit because
Like,
I'm
I
just
wasn't-
thinking about like just.
I remember that
like
day.
my first time really understanding like Kobe was nobody to play with. I was at the beach with some friends, and this was like the year they played Boston in the finals, and
09, 2010, which
the one they won.
I mean 08 or 09. So 09.
Yeah, the one they won, and me being like I said, I'm a Bron fan. I'm going against the Celtics, bust they ass. Like,
I was a
don't
Celtics
let
fan back then.
And I
Rondo, what
remember
up?
Kobe just taking the game over in the second half and showing us why you don't you don't win a championship without someone like that on your team, or why he had 5 championships. You know what I'm saying? It just cemented everything, and it's like. Yeah, we watched everything before with him and Shaq, but when he was doing it on his own, it was like, bruh, like this is amazing. Because I'm looking at like my favorite player now, and I don't think he could have done that with that team or going up against Boston at that time. Like Kobe really, like you said, was a psycho when it comes to basketball and everything. And then like I felt even more connected with Kobe after he left the game because we got to see way more of him, reading about his books. Seeing him get involved with Gigi and her team, and him doing the details, and just any other. I just felt like we were seeing Kobe everywhere. I saw him on the Matt Barnes podcast.
He was. I love like that shit makes me like low key emotional because I love the fact that he was able to do all the smoke and the knuckleheads with Quentin Richardson.
Right.
Like he was able to like give us Kobe outside of basketball before he left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because all we saw was like Kobe giving niggas 60 and like, you know, yelling at teammates, calling them softest charming. And it's like, dang, like this dude is like hardcore. Like why you so serious? But the fact that like he was able to get out of basketball, explain his mindset, and show us that like, no, like I'm a real person. Like I love my family. Like I'm able to write books. I'm able to like, you know, just be a regular human being. And just for him to be able to show us that in that little amount of time we got him off of the court was just like, I don't know.
And he showed us how to put that competitive drive to multiple things in your life to make stuff happen. Because we know that, you know, Kobe was who he was because of basketball, but his legacy is gonna be what it is because of everything outside of basketball.
His work ethic, yeah.
And I get so touched, not so much about Kobe because I mean it does hurt, but you know I feel like Kobe lived his life, even though it was cut short as hell. Like he lived his life, and I know that if he could have chosen to keep Gigi here, he would have. That's what pains me the most, and it's like the fact that they went together gives me some kind of solace because it's like, you know, it was only fitting.
I can't imagine her here without
you know
him.
what I'm saying, but it's just like, damn, like for her to be at this, like I just keep going back to that time when he came to the first Lakers game this year, or was it last year? Yeah, last year when he first came back, and he pretty much gave Bron the keys to LA, and he had the orange hoodie on with the vest, and him and Gigi was courtside. Bron came over, dapped him up, hugged him, and said what up to Gigi, and he was talking junk to Doncic in his language. So that moment, it just like seeing how happy they was, and they was like huddled up, like talking ball. Like you could tell her mind was just as engaged as his, and I just knew. Bruh, because I remember him talking about it on Matt Barnes, saying like, you know, that everybody said like, yo, why do you ever feel bad you don't got a son? Like it could be another Kobe. He was like, bro, we already got another one. It's Gigi. Like she's the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, she's 10 times the dog I am. And I wanted to see that. And that's just me being selfish.
Yeah. I mean, but you saw it in some of the clips, but yeah, like I definitely wanted to see where she was going with it.
Bro, I knew she was going to just change the WNBA as a whole. Like, it was going to be somewhere. It's like, yo, she's going to be the highest paid. People are going to pay attention to the WNBA because of her and so many others, but mostly her. And it's...
Yeah, and real quick, shout out the WNBA, too. I know we're talking about the NBA boycott, and they also boycotted, but they've been doing... you know, this for a minute. You know what I'm
they've
saying?
been speaking out.
They've been speaking out. They've been walking off the floor during the national anthem. All like they've been on top of it. So shout out to them. I definitely don't want that to go unnoticed. But I mean, back to the Gigi thing. Like I was saying, man, I saw that clip on IG the other day of when he was in the All-Star game. I think it was his last one. And like, you know, she was on the court with him, and then he was like, you know, go sit with mommy. Like, we got to blah, blah, blah. I'll be over there. And she was like, okay. And like, he just gave her a kiss. That just interaction between them, bro. Like, that shit made me want to cry right now. Cause it's like, he just, like, you saw, like, seeing someone just, basketball aside, like, all of this, the books, the interviews, just like him interacting with his family and thinking about, like, of course we don't really know, but we all have an idea of the bond that him and Gigi had for her to be on the court with him at that moment and him being able to just talk to her and just like that, just that whole interaction, bro. I was like, that was taken from them, not even us. That was taken from them. Like, of course they went together, but the fact that they can't live and breathe and continue, he can't continue to like nourish her basketball, you know, mind, her basketball hunger is that shit hurts.
And that's how you can't tell me that's not a God. You know what I'm saying? Because for him to know, like you said, if she's here without him, she's gonna stop doing anything related to basketball and not be half of the player she would have been, because she would have been so heartbroken. Like, the fact that he knew I couldn't just take her and leave Kobe because he's gonna be so heartbroken, I gotta take them together. That just let me know, bro. Like, that's something real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to go together. Like, they both, I feel like, had to have fulfilled their purpose in some kind of a way to move on to that next transition in life. And it couldn't happen without one or the other. It had to be both of them at the same time. And it's as sad as it is. It just shows you like it's something higher out there, like a higher power working.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely agree with that. And just to piggyback of what both of y'all said, especially the last thing Leon said about like not being taken away from us. Which is why another reason what I was saying before is, you know, he was kind of like out of sight, out of mind, because all I was a fan.
Man, that's it.
But at the end of the day, to put myself in his family's shoes where he was with them every day, day in and day out, it's like I can't even fathom that, because as a fan, I was hurt and emotional and crying. So just to imagine, you know, him being a part of my life every day, and Gigi as well, and them being taken away from me like at a snap of a finger, is I can't even imagine what Vanessa and, you know, the her older daughter, who knew the two probably more than the younger two daughters knew them. I can't imagine what they're going through every day, and they're strong for just putting up with it. But you know, not to stay on a sad note with Kobe, just Mamba Day that just passed Monday, 8/24,
and his birthday was 8/23.
Yeah, 8/24. It's just, I feel like that's a day going forward. I kind of just like rededicated myself just to like kind of being focused with everything I want to be focused with again. You know, when he died, it was that spark that came. It was unexplainable. I had like a crazy drive for like the next few months, and that kind of faded out. So like Mamba Day came back on Monday, and it just kind of like re-sparked that flame in me again, just to get refocused on my life and my individual goals, and kind of have that burning desire. And even on the days where I don't feel like it, just going out and putting that work ethic in everything I decide to do, just because that's what he did. And it's not just because of him, it's my life as well. But that's what he did, and you know, that was my guy. So I feel like his death can't go in vain. I feel like people, you know, have to take that, and if he was on this earth and he fulfilled what he had to do because he put in that work day in and day out every day of his life in whatever endeavor he wanted to put it in, if we say we're a fan, and if we're blessed enough to wake up that next day and, you know, someone who fulfilled and, you know, took life by the horns and did everything they needed to do every day, if we're blessed to have that breath, you know, the next day waking up every single day, then we need to be doing that same thing. So I'm glad Kobe Day came by, and I'm glad everybody took the chance to kind of just embrace him and put him at the forefront.
Yeah, even during the Lakers game, he kind of showed an appearance.
Yep.
With the score. That's why I feel like, you know, it is a higher power, yo, because what are the chances of that? You know what I'm saying? Like a Lakers game, playoff game. Was it on 8/24, like the day after, a couple days after?
Yeah, it was 8/24.
That's what I'm saying. Like the score was Trailblazers 8, the Lakers 24. Like,
and Caldwell Pope missed a free throw to make it 25. So I was just like, that's crazy. But rest in peace, Kobe.
He's definitely still looking down, and I'm sure he was smiling, like ear to ear or whatever it is now that he is like particle to particle, like, you know. I don't know, but I know he sent down a lot of blessings,
definitely,
to the team and to his family and to the fans and the supporters. So
rest easy, Kobe, man. Rest easy, GG. Rest easy, everyone else who was on the plane.
Part of that tragic accident.
It was, you know, a tragedy. Something that,
we always go to Kobe. We forget about the other family that was on.
That was involved and that was affected, man. That I can't even imagine. I really can't. So, you know, just rest in peace to the people who lost their lives. Prayers for their families. And for real, I honestly think we can end it right there. Like we can get into the other stuff next week. We had more, but you know, we running on time, and it's been, you know, kind of a heavy and a longer, you know, episode. But I feel like it was needed. I think it was very needed. It was needed. Much we got off our chest. You know what I'm saying? It's been a heavy week, so it's only right we give y'all kind of a heavy podcast. So man, we getting stuff off our chest. Hopefully y'all listen. B-Nag, you got the gem of the week for us?
I got the gem of the week. This gem is not from a particular person. It's just something. I read this statement every day because I feel like it's something that you know, I go through every day. So I'm just gonna get into it. It's, I will come and conquer you because as a mountain you can't grow, but as a human I can. And I think that just kind of even speaks to what we just talked about with Kobe, and just every day getting up and trying to be a better person, trying to grow in some aspect, as a person, as a father, as a son, as a employee, if you work for somebody, as an entrepreneur, if that's what you do. But just trying to grow every day, and whatever your mountain is, whatever that thing is that you're trying to conquer, that you're trying to climb and get over. You just got to remember that you're a human. You can grow every single day, not necessarily physically, but as a person, you can grow every day. You can grow your mind. You can grow your spirit. Spiritually, you can grow all of that. But that thing that you're trying to get over, it can't grow. So you can always get past whatever that next obstacle is, because that's the power that I personally believe God gave you. So yeah.
Can you repeat that one more time just for the people to hear?
Yeah, so I will come and conquer you because I will come again and conquer you because as a mountain you can't grow, but as a human I can.
Gotcha. I like that. I mean, it's kind of, I ain't gonna say it's self-explanatory because it's kind of some metaphors in there, but you know, I feel like you explained it well, and just being able to, like, like Aaliyah said, it was her was it her birthday or was it the anniversary of her death recently? But again, like I said, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. So it's like, I might not, you know, I might fail the first time, but you're a mountain, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you can't grow, I can. So I'm gonna come back and we're gonna get this done. So I like that quote. Like you said, it was relative to what we're just talking about, also to us with the pod, and just, you know, keep pushing forward, moving forward, and knowing that we can grow and get better. So I feel like that's what it is, man. I appreciate you having the gym of the week, man. Just nice. You got any last words you want to say to the people?
Man, just take this week and put your best foot forward.
Challenge,
yeah, man. Like we always say, like, make this week better than the week before. You know, we all are trying to make it to a certain place in life, and that's gonna happen, not overnight, but with compound actions.
Mm-hmm.
So continue to make good actions, continue to make good decisions, good choices, and be blessed, man. Stay safe, stay prayed up out here.
Stay up.
Stay dangerous the way they got things going. But yeah. I don't want to into on a too much of a heavy note, but
yeah, we've been heavy all pod, so
yeah,
it only fits in. But yeah, man, I like that. I feel like we good, man. Thank y'all for listening again. If you want to do this part where you tell them to like and subscribe, make sure.
Well, that's the thing now.
I mean, I feel like that's
It's
your
always
thing. Like,
you,
it's
yeah.
always you saying it, so I feel like you can keep that
Man,
going.
like always.
Always get
Follow
us
us.
to 100 on YouTube, man.
All 17 of y'all.
Every
Follow
one of y'all.
us. Tell
Make
a
a
friend.
new account
Yeah.
and subscribe.
But
Okay.
yeah, man, follow us on all social media platforms at Open Gym Pod. Make sure to like us and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Please.
And tell a friend to tell a friend.
And tell
Definitely,
a
because
friend to
word of
tell a
mouth is always the biggest. Biggest what?
promotion.
Biggest
that we can
promotional
get.
tool that we
Yeah,
can use.
Definitely.
So, you like this? Tell somebody about it.
Tell somebody.
We coming each week.
Each and every week.
Yeah.
Each and every week. So make sure you tuned in Fridays. But yeah, man, I think that's all we got. Thank y'all for listening again. It's another
Thank
episode.
y'all.
Sorry this one was so heavy, but I mean, like I said, it was a heavy week, so we had to get y'all some heavy material. Hopefully next week we got some more lighter topics for y'all. We can get these jokes off. And
When we
can
make it
laugh.
to 1,000 followers, I'll freestyle.
Okay.
It was calling for a freestyle.
They was
So
calling for-
1,000 followers, like combined across all platforms, or like
On
Where?
Instagram.
on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
It's gonna be a
1,000
while.
followers
And we
on
gon-
Instagram. We already got the instrumental queued up.
He
You know
just
what I'm
don't want to
saying?
freestyle.
He just, that's what it is. He said
Talking about
1,000.
Got the
1,000.
incentives.
We at 150, right?
We had 22 followers. He talking about 1,000. That man ain't gonna freestyle till
Hey,
2022. Him and the Rona gonna come out.
Exactly. At the same
Rona
time,
gonna be up. He finally gonna freestyle.
I think we should just end it since it was just such a heavy laden like pod. We should just breathe to end the pod. Just like deep breath in, deep breath out, and kind of just let it all go.
A synchronized
A
deep breath.
synchronized deep breath.
Are we synchronized breathers?
All right, guys, we can do this. We can do
Just
this.
like.
All right,
All right, here we go.
breathe in.
One more.
No. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, Kenny
Let's go
Smith.
home.
Take us home.
Let's go home. Let's go home.